Hello, hello. I'm here a little bit early. For those of you who are here, actually, let me fix my light. For those of you who are here, if you can just confirm that you can hear me, that would be super duper wonderful. Doing the final touches before we get started. All right. Ah, hello, Paris. Welcome. Happy to have you here. Hello, Mary. Can you hear me? Can everyone just, whoever's there, just type in yes that you can hear me to confirm before I get started. That would be super. So excited to be doing this. Okay, I'm gonna assume that all systems are go and that everyone can hear me. Let me just check one last thing and then we will rock and roll. Make sure that I'm on. Yay! All right, so it looks like we are in business. So welcome, welcome, welcome everyone to 4 Secrets to Beat the Fall Frump. I am so excited that you're here. So today we're going to be talking about 4 secrets to beat the fall frump and activate your creative muse. Have your most stylish and productive season yet, despite the cold weather and the shorter days. So I am so giddy that you're here today and that we're doing this. So let's get crack-a-lackin'. All right. So you are in the right place, my lady. You know, if you look at your life and you feel like you're letting it pass you by, like you're not engaged full throttle, like you're not living like how you know you want to be living. Maybe you feel overwhelmed with all the tools and exercises and, you know, all the self-help tricks and tips that you're supposed to incorporate into your life, you know, in order to be happy and healthy and stylish and successful and beautiful and all these things and aligned to the universe. But it kind of makes you just shut down, not do any of it at all. And instead you find yourself, you know, binge watching shows on Netflix. I've been there. I've done that. That's definitely my go-to thing. You're also in the right place if you tend to feel, you know, sort of zapped of energy, of enthusiasm and inspiration. If you're not really feeling motivated during the fall or winter seasons, and it affects your mood, it affects your style, and ultimately your business, right? How you're showing up. And maybe you find it challenging to put together outfits that make you feel kick-ass, that make you feel confident, you know, or you're having a hard time giving a rat's ass in the first place, right? That can happen too. So because of all the, you know, the bulk and the grays and the blacks and the browns, like, you know, during the cold weather wardrobe time, it can just be uninspiring, right? So, and also maybe you're having the thought like, who cares, you know, because I'm just going to be inside behind my computer anyway, right? So you're in the right place. If this is you, then stay here. I've got some answers for you, okay? So who the heck am I? I am Ejani Schultz, also known as the Technicolor Priestess. I'm the founder of technicolorpriestess.com, and I am a brand and style alchemist for overachieving misfit entrepreneurs, artists, and creatives just like you. I help not run-of-the-mill creative badass women to express who they are through what they wear, to create an authentic and distinct standout brand. And I've worked with dozens of women, you know, all around the world. I know, you know, that, and I know that style and the way you show up is absolutely not just about what you're wearing. It's not just about the clothes at all. I've helped women from Singapore, from England, from France, Mexico, Australia, the US, you name it, to go from feeling like they're invisible wallflowers, you know, in their life and in their business, to rocking photo shoots, to bringing down the house in speaking, you know, engagements on stage, to finally being seen as who they are and creating a memorable brand, all, you know, through just by being who they are. So it's pretty magical, right? So I've got lots to share with you today. Okay, we're gonna kick Frumps' ass today. So here's a little bit about what you'll be learning by hanging out. So first, I want to teach you how to create a magical neon ritual that works. That includes a morning ritual, but I'm going to get into sort of the nuances. It's not just a morning ritual, it's a ritual, daily ritual that is not a pain in the ass, okay? Because I want you to stick to it. We're going to be covering the number one thing that all super productive badasses do every day that you're probably overlooking, that you're probably brushing aside, you know? So we're going to be going through that. We're going to churn out, I'm going to teach you how to churn out killer ideas and get epic amounts of shit done in less time and with more fun, despite the shorter days, despite the dark and the gloom, okay? So we're definitely going to be touching on that. And then finally, I'm going to talk about some ways, some tangible ways that you can keep your style exciting and fresh, even with all the additional layers and the neutral colors and the cold, okay? So that is what we're going to be covering today. Just check the comments here. Okay, looks like we are a go-go. Okay, so here's how it's going to work today. So it's going to run about 45 minutes. This is going to be high impact, like we're going to be getting on in there into the nitty-gritty. So it'd really be great if you could get rid of distractions. You know, I know you're an overachiever and that multitasking just comes naturally and easily to you, but I would invite you to just, you know, log off Facebook, turn off your phone, just really take, you know, take the time to get all the benefit, take a moment to focus on yourself, and just really be here and present today. That's part of the work I teach my clients, so I cordially invite you to do that today, okay? And let's just go ahead and make today a space of fun and flow, okay? I don't want you to feel overwhelmed. There's no need to feel overwhelmed or like you need to do everything all the way that we talk about today, right? Feel into all the things that I'm gonna talk about and, you know, see what works for you. I'll be sending you a follow-up email with different, you know, tools that help, that you can implement, that will help you implement what we talk about today. So just be present and like soak it in, okay? And also I encourage you to participate. There's a chat box, so type in your questions, and let's use our collective energy to make this magical and kick-ass, okay? So feel free to type in any questions or, you know, or comments in there, and I would be happy to answer them in the end, okay? And I want you to make sure to stay until the end because I have some magical loot for you. It's a PDF that's going to help you brainstorm and create your neon daily ritual, which is pretty freaking life-changing. I make it easy peasy, and it's worked for like so many of my VIP clients. It's something I only give my VIP clients usually, and you're getting it today. So you'll want to stay until the end, okay? So, I want to tell you a little bit about myself, a little bit about my story, because I was not always the Technicolor priestess by any stretch of the imagination. You know, I'm sure some of you might be wondering, like, what the frick is that anyway? Well, for me, Technicolor priestess actually symbolizes and represents everything that I aspire to be. You know, the person I'm striving to step into. And just a couple years ago, I was feeling stuck, like seriously frozen and hopeless. I was overwhelmed and like, you know, feeling happy and stress-free, that seemed like it was some sort of myth, like, you know, it was like a unicorn. It was impossible for me to attain. So I was starting my business and I had no idea where to begin, honestly. Like it was just like, oh, it felt so huge and abstract. And I would sit at my desk and stare at the screen for hours at a time, like not even knowing where to begin, how to move forward. Definitely lacking inspiration and motivation, and my inner jerk face, excuse me, my good old inner jerk face was constantly bombarding me with negative thoughts. You know, what a loser telling me what a loser I was, how things worked for everyone else but not for me. You know, and I would just sit there and roll my eyes at all the tips and tools I was reading about on self-realization, you know, blogs and articles, because I couldn't even begin to imagine how I'd ever be able to implement them all. Like on it, it just felt like, whoa, like I didn't doubt that they might work, but I was just like, what, like, how do I even begin? And on top of that, like it made me feel, all of this just made me feel frumpy. Like I literally would wear whatever was clean. For a while, I even stopped putting on makeup, which used to be, that's always been like my sacred minimum requirement, you know, just mascara, just a little bit to really show intention. And honestly, my confidence just totally plummeted in all areas. So that was really crappy. I felt like crap about myself. Like I said, I was having horrible self-talk. My business definitely was not taking off. It felt like I couldn't pay anyone to work with me. I mean, honestly, like I was screaming at the top of my lungs in the middle of this gigantic forest and no one was hearing me. So what I saw in the mirror in general horrified and, you know, disgusted me, you know? So it was frustrating. I couldn't muster up the energy or the motivation, even the courage to handle myself, you know, or like to be there for myself, right? And that's what I needed most. And on top of that, I was overwhelmed, and I felt that if I couldn't do everything perfectly, like to a T right now, that, you know, it made me a total loser, like a hopeless loser. So why even bother? So I don't know if you've ever felt like that, but it was not fun. So I can't even tell you how many times I burst into tears reading other, you know, entrepreneurs' websites and thinking, I will never be able to accomplish what she's accomplished. I feel like crap. It was horrible. So those were crappy times. And in a lot of ways, you know, I'm really happy it's over. They sucked, but I'm also really grateful because it led me to where I am today. And I eventually knew I needed to solve how I was spending my days. I needed to, you know, change how I was showing up if I wanted something to shift for me, right? It really came from me. That kept being pounded into me and I didn't quite understand it, but I needed to change something if things were going to shift for me. And a client of mine said so beautifully once during a session that, you know, and this is what I relate to, so I use this now, but I was living in grayscale and knew it was time for me to get where I wanted to be, which was in neon. So it's literally like I felt like I was living in this yucky black and white sort of life. So what I'm about to share with you today is seriously magical stuff. It's simple, but really magical. And these are the 4 keys. You know, they're a big part of my system that totally transformed my life. And now I've actually built my entire business around my system to help women transform how they're living, so that they can go from grayscale to neon too. Yay, just like I did. Because my mission in life actually is to help women just like you to become their own version of the Technicolor Priestess. So I want to dig in. I've got lots to share, and I guarantee you that if you start applying these 4 keys, these 4 little steps, secrets in your daily life, the compounded effects are going to effing blow your mind, like for real, yo. Okay, so it's just a matter of doing it over and over. So I know what a pain in the ass it can be to get out of your head and just do the work. So, you know, like with the inner jerk face and yuck thoughts come up and try to ruin the party. So since I'm going to be presenting some new information to you today that might, you know, make you shut down a little bit, I actually just want to do a very quick, you know, intention setting and group clearing. So let's just take a moment, and I want you to relax your shoulders. And if you're in a space where you can close your eyes, go ahead and close your eyes for a moment. Okay. And if you allow me to access your energy field, our collective energy field, including yours, I'd like you to just say yes. You can say it inside your head. All right. So I'm asking that everyone that is here today, I know you're here for a reason. I'm asking that any blocks, anything that will keep you from absorbing, from taking in and applying anything that, you know, any information, any tools, any tips that are going to help you transform your life, that they be dissolved, that they be evaporated right now. I ask that your heart be open to receiving the information I'm going to give you today. Anything that stops you, anything that's blocking you from receiving this information, I ask that it vanish right now. Any walls, I ask that they crumble. Any layers of yuck, I ask that they be peeled away to leave you open and ready to receive this information and implement it immediately. And so it is. Yay! Okay, you can go ahead and open your eyes. So I know that, you know, when you're whip smart like you all are, and let's face it, you know, sort of skeptical about things working for you, because I definitely was that way, you can tend to want to half-ass things. And that's what I used to do. But I invite you to really stay open and try to apply these secrets in your daily life. And you'll start compiling, you know, these little small shifts and changes. You know, they'll start coming together, and then your entire life's the landscape of your life as it is will change like boom. Okay, so let's do this. And I'm actually going to share some slides. Thanks, apparently everyone's loving my stripes. Thank you, I went for it. Hope it's not making anyone dizzy. So I'm gonna share my screen to get started here. Sorry, this is my first time sharing the screen. So if you can just bear with me for a little sec, I will be so grateful. Okay. Okay, not working. Give me a second here. Okay. Really, I'm sorry. Okay, why is it not showing that? Ah, bananas. Okay, well, we're going to try sharing my entire screen. Let's see if that works. Okay. Can you just let me know if you can see my screen now? Anyone? Anyone? All right, well, I'm going to keep on going then. I'm going to assume that you can see my screen, that you can see my presentation here. Let's make it a little bigger here. Okay, so here's a little photo of me all frumped out. This is a real outfit. This has definitely been my life before, so hey, you know, I'm just owning it. Me all frumped out. This is kind of like a good visual of just the general sentiment of being frumped out, which I'm going to help you fight against today, lovingly. Okay. So the first secret that I want to share with you is to create a neon ritual. So I'm sure, you know, you hear a lot about having a ritual, and especially a morning ritual, right? And the different things that work for different people. So I want you to keep in mind that, you know, it's not all going to work for the, you know, like the same exact thing is not going to work for everyone. So when I first started with this, I was trying to cram in like, you know, all these things in the morning, and it would take over an hour. And let's be honest, it was a pain in the ass. Like it just felt really heavy. I ended up shutting down, and I didn't end up doing it. Here, I just want to make sure people can see the screen. Oh, you can still see me. This is really annoying. Okay, let me try again. Okay, how about now? I think that should work now. Okay. So first, yeah, let me just show you my my frump. Here, let me make sure. This is why I was hesitating. Okay, so it looks like you should probably be able to see me now. I mean my screen. So I'm going to forge ahead. Okay, yay, that worked. Okay, cool. So here's me all frumped out, like I said, Obviously, that's not very glamorous. That doesn't feel good. I mean, I didn't feel good, as you can see by my very beautiful expression there. So that kind of sucked, and that's what we do not want. So we all have our own frump look and our own frump, feeling. So we're totally over it, okay? So I was talking about creating your neon ritual. So remember, not the same thing is not going to work for everyone, right? So we really want to go for something that doesn't feel heavy, something that feels light and good. Also, we're constantly bombarded by tips and tricks and all these things that we feel we should be doing every day. And it can be really overwhelming, like Facebook and, all the lists we're subscribed to. And there's so much freaking information that it's like, oh, where do I begin? And what are my priorities, right? And as overachievers tend to want to do, you tend to want to do everything or nothing at all, right? And I've had several clients tell me this, like, if I can't, like, I just don't think it's even worth doing. Like, why bother if I can't do it properly? So I totally understand the sentiment, but I want you to sort of release that today. You don't need to do everything, like a million things perfectly. Starting at any point is better than doing nothing, okay? So here are some ways to create a kick-ass, morning and just daily ritual that isn't heavy, that isn't daunting, that doesn't feel like a pain in the ass, and that sets the tone for your day, okay? Okay, what is happening now? Oh, crikey. Okay, so here we go. So the first thing you're going to want to do is list out the different categories of your life. So the categories that I tend to work with are self-love, self-care, craft, which is, or work or business, and then fun. So self-love, it's stuff like meditations and affirmations and mirror work, tapping and reading, reading self-realization books, all these things that really nourish your sort of your spirit and just make you feel good on that level. The next one is self-care, which is, taking time to moisturize, doing your hair and makeup, like just giving it intention. Again, it's not about getting all decked out or anything. It's just about giving it intention, taking a little bit of time to do that. Using intuitive dressing, like really, I'll talk about that more in a little bit, but just really setting the tone for yourself for your day through what you wear, taking vitamins, doing, some yoga or some stretches, etc. And then craft is your business or your art, depending on what you do. So really focusing, like maybe you have to do some research for something, or just little things that will make your life easier and help you advance in what your passion is. That's what goes under your craft. And then there's fun. And I consider fun to be a priority, okay? So that's going out or reading, books for fun, or dancing or laughing. So just however you want to dork out, however that looks to you, then that's going to be what you're going to list in that, okay? So under each of these categories, and you don't have to do it right now, but under each list, 8 to 10 things you would ideally be doing on a daily or regular basis. And again, this is a wish list. This isn't actually what's going to happen every single day, just a wish list, okay? Then you pick your top 3. What are the top 3 that you just feel, boom, I have to do these regularly, right? From those 3, you choose the priority that is probably going to be the one that you do every day, and you put it in your calendar. And then the other, the other items that you've listed out, you're going to spread them out over 2 weeks, morning, afternoon, and night, so that, you're getting routines that are sort of changing every day. You have them at different times of the day, so you're like staying anchored and connected and doing things throughout the day. It's not all just like totally jam-packed in the morning. And it helps you just kind of include more of the things you want to be doing while keeping it sort of interesting and fun. So yes, your routine should be, regular, but it's okay if it changes a little bit from day to day, because you have it, right? So if you create a calendar like this and stick to it, for 21 days, you can test me on this. Seriously, just go out immediately and apply it. You can test me on how it works, okay? How much you're going to feel the changes and the effects of this, okay? And it's really about committing to doing this. I mean, really, it's where this is where the whole half-assing thing comes in, right? So really committing to doing this and just doing it for 21 days and seeing how it feels. So I want you to list in the comments, what's one of the things that you want to make a priority, every day? Like, what's the first thing that pops into your mind that would be on the top 3 for each category? Just choose the first one that comes to your mind and put it in the comments. I'd love to see, what is what's part of your, neon ritual. So I'll give you just a sec to do that. And I don't want you to worry. I know this was a lot of information. I'm going to be giving you a little goodie to help you with this, so do not fret, okay? So I'd love to see your comments. Okay. So that's secret number one, is really setting that, setting the tone by having a daily ritual. So secret number two, and this is, really simple, but it's really the difference between mega happy and successful people and not so happy and successful people, okay? What's the difference? And it is just setting a daily intention. And Wayne Dyer, I love this quote, he said, our intention creates our reality. So this is vital to how your day plays out. Like really, it's vital, it's important. So I want you to, really take the time to do it. As soon as you wake up, set an intention for your day and ask yourself what that is. You can do it when you're still laying down. So do you want to complete something that you've been putting off? Put it in there. Do you want to feel a certain way? Do you, whatever it is, tap into that, create a phrase and repeat it throughout the day. And a helpful tip for this is to put a timer on your phone to remind you to repeat it, just like a little alarm, so that throughout the day you get that reminder and you can ground into it and align with it at different moments in the day, okay? So I'd also love for you to tell me from this month, because I know in the US it's pretty early. Here it's the evening, but in the US it's early. So for those of you who are still kind of hanging out in the morning-ish time, what is your intention for today? So you can share it if you already created it today when you woke up, or you can just take a sec to figure out what it is. Go ahead, and you can put it in the comment box. All right. Hot diggity dog. Here, let's see if anyone, okay, not yet. That's all right. Okay, so moving on, because we've got lots to cover. Okay, so secret number three is to make fun a priority. So we, I've talked about this. We all know what it's like to feel almost paralyzed or stuck, and like you can't get motivated to complete a task. I mean, right? I'm sure you've been there. You've felt that. It can be especially tricky to stay motivated and in your flow when you work from home, and when it's cold and gloomy and dark outside. I know this. It's something I've definitely struggled with, so I feel you, okay? So though it's totally counterintuitive, the best way I have found to keep myself in the creative flow is to actually make fun a priority. So, we think that productivity is the priority, that should take, that should take the cake over anything else. But there is no productivity if there's isn't creative flow. If there isn't flow, if there's not, room for that creativity, and you're not having fun, then, doing whatever you like to do, then there's not going to be productivity. It's just not going to work out. Okay. So it doesn't have to be like, you don't have to be scuba diving every day or whatever, going to like gigantic concerts, or really like, it doesn't have to be this elaborate thing. Just make sure it's something that you like, or that you want to see if you like, maybe it's something you're going to discover, and put it in your, put it on your schedule. Put it in there, schedule that shit, okay? And that's why it has its own category when creating this ritual, because it really is so important, and I want it to be, it has to be like in your schedule, in your life. You have to really infuse it, okay? And I bet some of you, like I did, are probably rolling your eyes thinking, all right, crazy, like, I've got so much shit to do, I cannot have fun, okay? But I want you to really think again, because even taking 5 minutes to have a high vibe energy snack, that's what I call it. It's kind of whatever, dorky, but that's what I call it. So that can change the course of what you're doing. So really just having fun for 5 minutes, dancing, moving your body, watching a funny video, whatever, can change the course of the rest of your day, right? And actually, I want you all to just take a moment. So we're going to have a little fun right now. Stand up wherever you are, okay? And here, let's see, I hope you can hear this. And we're just going to take a little moment to dance. All right, here we go.
look delightful, like making it, doing it, especially at a show. Feeling kinda high like a Hendrix haze. Music makes motion moves like a maze. All inside of artists, of a rhythm. Yeah, I wanna come on, flow with electric guys. To get to the vibe, baby, you'll realize. Baby, you'll see the funk inside of you. Baby, you'll see that rhythm is in you. Get with it, can't think, quit it, stomp on the feet when I hear funk. You playing pop like follow the shoot, baby, just sing about it. Sing blow them all on.
All right, yay! I hope you shook it up a little bit there. I really hope you did. So if you took a moment to just stand up and move your body a little bit, you definitely absolutely felt that difference. Like it just lifts up your energy. So really important to do that throughout the day. Okay. Yay. Okay, and secret number 4 that I want to talk to you about now is using your clothes to up your vibe, to totally raise your vibe, your vibration, and your confidence. Okay. So when you have lots to do and you're staying home a lot because of the cold weather, you're spending time and energy. You think that spending time and energy on how you dress is like really not a priority. It's like the last thing you want to do. I mean, seriously, right? It feels fluffy. It feels like who the frick cares? Like, again, reconsider, my friend, because the clothes you wear are actually energetically charged, okay? They actually carry emotion, they carry energy. So I want you to just take a quick moment and think about when you wear those yoga pants again, okay? With that yucky, ratty t-shirt. Just take a moment seriously and feel into how that makes you feel. How do you feel when you dress that way? Tap into that, okay? So it can be heavy, it can feel yucky, it can like totally zap you of your energy, even thinking about those clothes, right? Now I want you to think of a time you loved what you were wearing, like you really loved, maybe you were going somewhere special or you were doing a presentation or going to a party, okay? I want you to just really think about how that made you feel. And again, it doesn't have to be a time where you were totally decked out. It doesn't have to be like all prom styles or anything like that, right? But it's really more about taking the time to care for yourself, to adorn yourself, and to allow yourself to feel how you want to feel. Okay? And I'd love to hear, about how either of those outfits made you feel. If you have a couple words you want to put in the comment box, that would be great. Okay. So, and I know during the winter season, style options can feel so limiting, like so limited, because you just want to be warm and comfortable, right? So I told you I was going to share 4 ways to make this exciting and fresh and new, and that's what I'm about to do. So I want to give you a few tips on how to do this. The first one, this is like my baby, intuitive dressing. This is what I teach all my clients, no matter if it's, for just style, for coaching, whatever it is, I teach this to all my clients, and it will totally transform the way you dress, okay? So it's just 3 steps. So step number 1, when you get up to get dressed, so instead of mindlessly going and just grabbing whatever's clean or, whatever you had on yesterday, or gasp, staying in your pajamas, okay? It's happened to the best of us. Instead of doing that, I want you to close your eyes and take a deep breath and ask yourself how you want to feel. How do I want to feel today, okay? After you've done that, go in your closet, reach for the first thing that comes up. Just, it will seem totally random, but just trust it. Grab that item and build around that. So build on top of that piece that you've pulled out, whether it's an accessory or shoes or, you know, an article of clothing, and get as close as you can to that feeling that you described, which can be a color or a phrase or, you know, whatever, like confident and badass, or maybe it's like you see the ocean breathe, or, you know, like the ocean waves or something like that. Whatever it is, tap into that. Get as close as you can to that feeling through what you wear, okay? And that will keep you in the creative flow. It makes dressing more fun. It's going to totally change the way you approach dressing, okay? So that is intuitive dressing. And actually, in an email I will send after the call, I will put a link in there for an intuitive dressing guide that goes through these 3 steps again, so that you have them and you can start practicing that in your daily life, okay? So the second tip is to make your closet a sanctuary. This closet is not a sanctuary, okay? As you can see, like even looking at this kind of gives me anxiety. So if this is your closet, I mean, how do you expect to be inspired by this every day, right? I mean, I can't even imagine. So this is overwhelming. It's low vibing. Like there's so many emotions and there's so many energies in there, like swirling around, like it's confusing and it's daunting. So what we want to do is make your closet into this yummy, fun, almost playground where you go and you get inspired and you are actually having fun, and you're creating a space where you can just really just play and get closer to how you want to feel. So we're taking away all this heaviness and just the blah of it all, okay? So this closet equals blah. This just feels, I mean, how do you get inspired here? Seriously, this does not make me salivate and want to play dress up. I don't know about y'all, but okay. So this is a no-go. So easy things you can do. So obviously these are, you know, here's lovely accessories being displayed, here clothes being displayed. So we all have different sizes and shapes or whatever of closets, right? Different amounts of clothing. But what I would invite you to do is just get rid of the stuff that makes you feel like crap, that makes you feel sad, that you're waiting to fit into. Take it out. If you're ready to donate it, donate it. Put it in a donation box and take it on over to the Goodwill. So if not, if you don't want to get rid of it, create a not yet box. Not yet because it doesn't fit, and not yet because you don't want to get rid of it yet. You're not ready to do that. Get it out of your closet and then arrange your clothing either by category or color. Put the things that you love the most, even if they're totally dressy and that's not what you wear, most often. Keep that stuff front and center. You want to be looking at those clothes because that's what's going to inspire you. Okay, make it pretty. Make it a display, because you're creating art when you're getting dressed. Your style is art. It's an expression of you. So you should have that inspiration in the way that this is displayed. Display it like art, okay? And it makes it easier also to play when you have all these accessories that you can actually see and these clothes that you can actually see. It's just much more fun, just much yummier. Okay, so I invite you to do that. Take 2 hours to just go through your closet and your accessories and get rid of them. Make it look pretty. Maybe you buy matching hangers. Maybe you buy, you print out some cool quotes that you love, or you write them out, do a little art project. Get some little potpourris, bags or something. Do whatever you got to do to make it feel as good as you possibly can, and then see how it feels when you get dressed. Guarantee it'll change it on up. Okay. Okay, the next tip for freshening up your style and keeping it from being totally frumpy during this cold time is to play with and layer summer stuff that you have, shirts and skirts and dresses. You don't have to just put them in another at the back of your closet or store them for the winter or the fall. You can totally bring them in. So I have some examples here. So here's some really good examples of how you can layer. So as you can see, like like this is clearly a little summer dress, and it's just, she's added some other elements like boots and tights, and a little scarf to bring it all up into fall, okay? Without that, I'm sure it's very summery and fun and light, okay? So get creative. Like this, it's a dress. It's a dress with a, you know, with a sweater over it, and then some yummy freaking over the knee boots. So play, experiment. You can combine these different things. And here, I love this, you know, short sleeve, sleeveless dress. And then you just put those cute little stripes underneath. I mean, come on, that's fun, and it's easy to do, and it adds a little variety to what you're wearing. Okay. And here are just some more ideas of how to layer that, right? You can take little dresses like this first one, with a long sleeve shirt underneath and some like thick tights for the winter. Here, this, you know, this is like a light summer or, you know, spring vest, and with a dress underneath. You can put tights under that too, or some leggings, whatever. And here, you know, sleeveless vest, but with a long sleeve shirt underneath. So again, play, and you have so many options that I guarantee you've not thought of. So just stay open and experiment, okay? So tip number 4 for adding a little razzle dazzle to your wardrobe is to add bling and color to actual, like your sweaters and jackets. So to your outerwear. A lot of times we forget, like we're always walking around with our coat, or, you know, that can get, or like our whatever, our, I forgot what it's called, whatever, your parka, is that even a word? Yeah, your winter parka. Do you have a winter parka? So it gets boring to totally be wrapped up in those. So add a little bling, add a little fun. Here are some examples of that. So here we've got a cool, you know, warm looking blanket poncho type of dealie, and she's got a cool belt. She created some slits on the sides, and she put a belt through it, okay? Here we've got dreamy going to the market bicycle riding gals, and they're wearing their little jackets, but they have belts on the outside, okay? And then we've got here, you know, this cool studded belt. So it gives the look intention. It keeps it from being just a boring coat, and you can change it up, right? So you're not totally bored with what you're wearing. And also like brooches, and, you know, I love putting extras on the outside. So this girl really went to town. I kind of like this, it's yummy, but you see what I'm getting at. So she's totally decorating her outerwear. Here we have like fun things you can put on your shoulders, like little studs and stuff like that. Is anyone else a sucker for Frida Kahlo? Because I sure am. But a little pin on your jacket, on your lapel. So whatever, you can find lots and lots of ways to spruce it up and to keep it from being boring and frumpy. Okay. Oh, and then the last tip, especially since you're going to be inside so much, is to play dress up. Seriously, like when you're going to clean your closet, because I know you will, I have faith in you, you're going to go and make it beautiful and a sanctuary. Go into your closet and like explore, pull things out, try them on, dress up, you know, putting on fancy shoes that you don't really wear, you know, your fancy, you know, skivvies, your underwear that you really don't wear often because they're all pretty and whatever fancy. Just wear it and play in it and feel it. And honestly, like, what's so bad about working from your computer all decked out, right? Obviously you want to be comfortable, but like why can't you wear like kick-ass shoes and just feel amazing while you're working at your computer? Okay, so just play, play, play. Okay. So I want you to remember, so there are the tips for you, okay? And this is not just theory, like this is literally exactly what I did and I continue to do to keep my creative flow going, to keep my confidence boosted, to stay visible, you know, to keep my visibility through the roof, and to keep my business moving, right? Because I'm so in it and so like, boom, on the like invested and present. So one thing that I know for sure is that this is not stuff that you can half-ass. I done tried it. It did not work for me. Okay, you cannot half-ass it. I used to feel like knowing this stuff was enough, like knowing all these the theories and like, you know, yeah, affirmations are amazing, and I would tell other people to do them, but was I doing them? No. You have to apply this stuff over and over. Okay, so I use these secrets to take myself and my life and my brand from grayscale to neon. okay, from totally visible to distinct and stand out, but in a good way, because I definitely was afraid to stand out before. Okay, and so maybe you're asking, like, why would I care? Like, why do I need to, you know, do a daily ritual and set an intention and care about, you know, what I'm freaking dressing like? Who the hell cares? Okay, so many of my clients, you probably feel ready to feel happy and excited about life. Like maybe you're bored and you're done with that. Maybe you're ready to feel free, like you can actually, you know, be who you really are, right? Like it's time for your outside and your inside to match up. Okay, and maybe you're totally sick and tired of feeling like you're squandering your intelligence, you know, your brilliance, like you're not showing up in your business like you'd like to, or even in your life. Like maybe you're just done with that and you're over letting life pass you by. You don't want to feel like you're just watching without participating, right? You're on the sidelines of your life. Maybe you're just, yeah, done with it. So I don't know why you showed up for, today. I'm happy that you did, but maybe it's because you're fed up with feeling bored and uninspired, right? Maybe because you want to start walking your talk. I know a lot of entrepreneurs out there, you know, as we're evolving on the inside, you know, I know this has been the case for me. I'm like, but is my life on the, like, is the way I'm dressing, is the way I'm showing up, are my surroundings, is it all matching? You know, are you actually living the life you talk about and that you help your clients achieve, right? Maybe you feel like you're almost there, but you need that extra push or some tweaks so that you can start living the way you desire to live and be the badass that I know you are, okay? So maybe you're just like, boom, it is freaking time, okay? So the neon truth of the matter, my lady, is that I have found the secret to living up to that potential that you've been told all of your life that you had, right? I know it's twofold. It's getting to, you know, getting to know who you actually are and doing the work, like doing shit, not just theorizing, not just knowing about it, intellectualizing it, but actually doing it. And as an overachieving misfit myself, I mean, things, they did come easily to me, right? School, new jobs, like the learning curve was shorter, like I just got into the hang of things more easily. But going on, you know, my own self-realization journey and really transforming my life, where I had to actually start creating a life that I love, and a life that really corresponds, that is a match for me, instead of just doing, you know, what I thought I should do or things that were easy. I've learned that you can't half-ass it. You just can't half-ass self-discovery and self-expression. And I'm sorry about that. There's no shortcut to that. Which means you must show up for yourself and actually participate in your own life. I'm going to say that again. So it means you must show up for yourself and actually participate in your own life. So I want to ask, how much are you doing that? So if I've managed to do it, you can absolutely do it. It's something that you can do, and you're smart and you're unique, and you know that, but you've probably been thinking that you can do it on your own. And you might be able to do it on your own, but you'll continue to find yourself in the same situation. You'll keep getting stuck. You'll keep feeling bored and frustrated. You'll keep feeling like you're squandering your potential and your gifts, your creativity. I know that I felt like that for a long time, and it's just so infuriating. I mean, honestly. And you'll continue to have, it'll continue to have a really heavy and yucky impact on not only your brand and your business, but on your entire life. So, the obvious question is, how can I feel happy and visible and create a business and life I love? So you can either do it slowly by continuing to use trial and error and some of what, and some of what I taught you today, which, like I said, these are my tried and true, these are part of like my tool belt. Or you can do it quickly using my full signature system. So I love this quote. If you don't know yourself, you'll never have great style. Oh, you'll never really live. To me, the worst fashion faux pas is to look in the mirror and not see yourself. That's good old Iris Apfel. And I mean, that just really, 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 really sort of, captures the essence of this program that I want to share with you and what we've been talking about today, right? The worst thing you can do is look in the mirror and not see yourself. And I've definitely been there. So I want to talk to you today about Rebrand Your Life, 3-month coaching extravaganza with me. which I'm very, very excited about. So basically, I've designed it to give you the solution to feeling lost and bored and frustrated. You know, that feeling of not knowing where to begin, like every little thing you need to do to start living a life you love. You know, I'm going to show you that, where, you know, I'm going to show you how you can be fully expressed and showing up as the person you really truly are. And as one client said, it's the fastest way from feeling like you live in frumpy grayscale world to living in full-blown neon. So it's how you go from feeling invisible and bored to happy and excited about not only being who you are, you know, but about your life, the way, you know, the way you're living it, how you're spending your time, so you can reflect that in your brand and every area of your life. And I decided to help you blast through your limiting beliefs and your energetic blocks and all the muck that's keeping you from being the person that you know you are, to get clarity on who you are, on what you desire, and to give you guidance on what that actually looks like how you implement that into your daily life, right? So so that you can feel immediate and major transformation and step into your higher, most kick-ass self, as I call it. So this is the way to up level so that your outside finally matches the person that you've become on the inside. Because like I said, so many of us are growing so much on the inside, but it's like, you know, the way we're living on a day-to-day basis and the way we're showing up just doesn't match that. So this is the way to finally put those into alignment. And all this you can avoid, you know, using distractions that feel like quick fixes, right? But that leave you right back where you started in the first place. So you can avoid wasting your time trying to figure out why you're bored, why you're stuck, why you feel invisible in your life and business as life continues to pass you by, okay? I did that for years and it totally frickin' sucks. I also want you to, you know, avoid feeling hopeless after reading all the self-help books, listening to free podcasts and webinars, and, you know, but still feeling like there's that piece that's missing, right? Like, what is wrong with me? Why is there still something missing? So the Rebrand Your Life Extravaganza is 3 months, and I take you through 3 phases. We go through 3 phases, which is 10 modules total together. It's one-on-one coaching, all done via Skype. There are 3 sessions every month with a week off for homework and fun projects that I give you. Yay, that are so exciting. There are also weekly customized dares and challenges, as well as bonus worksheets. I give you a reading list and lots of other tools too. And most of all, there's ongoing accountability because there's unlimited email support. So we can be going back and forth and I can be really in there in the trenches with you, helping you, you know, to just boom, do it. And I pride myself on, you know, having made this really unique and creative, just like you. So I really, it is an extravaganza. It's not just your standard, you know, this ain't your mother's coaching program is what I'm saying, I guess. So in phase 1, which is called You Are Here, you know, it's all about getting to the root of your limiting beliefs. What are your energy blocks? What's keeping you frozen and stuck? We take inventory on the life that you've created as a result of all these blocks and limiting beliefs, right? So we take a deep dive into the yuck to gain awareness so that you can, you know, together we can create a plan of action that works for you, while seeing the holes and gaps that we need to work on along the way. And the modules are tracking down the yuck and kicking yuck's ass, okay? And then taking a look at your current life. So I give you projects and different things to do so that you can really assess where you are and get a clear picture of that. And then we move on to phase 2, which is I Am That I Am. And the modules in this phase, they allow us to get to know you in a totally new way. I mean, as Iris said in the quote that I shared earlier, you can't live a life that you love if you don't even know who you are and what you actually want. Like how can you have something amazing that's perfect for you if you don't even know what it is, right? So after this module, you'll have an entirely new outlook on who you truly are and what's possible as a result. It's really freaking exciting. And the modules include unearthing your desires, treasure hunt for fun. So what's fun for you? What do you love to do? Because so many of us haven't even taken the time to consider that. Journey to inner space, so you get to know yourself on a deep level. And then your neon rituals, so we really get into the nitty gritty and plan these out for you so that you're spending your time in a way that feels good. The next phase is living my distinct brand. So the modules here are all about implementation. It's all about infusing what we've covered and uncovered so that you can begin to embody your version of the Technicolor Priestess. In this phase, we define your personal style, which I call your style voice, and we see how it translates visually using what you have in your closet already. So we go in there and we totally rediscover your closet. Then we go shopping together to bring in whatever's missing so that you can more easily embody this woman that you know you are. And at the end of this phase, you'll be living your brand. It'll be so easy for you to show up authentically, where your ideal clients can see you and feel the real you. I mean, that's what it's all about, like getting to know yourself so easily. I mean, so deeply that everything becomes easy. Dressing, showing up, it's just comfortable. It's almost like going back home. And the modules in this include how to show up, discovering your style voice, which is includes the closet rediscovery. What does my style voice look like, which includes the shopping, and then stepping into your energetic stilettos, which is like this amazing closing ceremony that we do together. And there are also, style voice boards that we co-curate so that you can use them as your unique style blueprint. And I'm only opening this up for 3 women. I'm only opening it up for women who are truly ready for major transformation, who are going to be committed and who want, like, they're just hungry to do the work. So if you're feeling a tug, if your curiosity is piqued, I'd love to talk to you and I can share more details and see, if this is a good fit for you. There's also a special bonus and discount for those of you who sign up, as a result of this call. So if we talk and you sign up, you will be getting a lovely discount and a kick-ass bonus. So be sure to sign up fast. So if you're even remotely interested, let's talk. And I'll discuss the investment and payment plans and everything, you need to know with you during the free call. So here's where you can go to book the free call with me. So it's bit.ly, so bit.ly/style voice consult. So just to sort of, sum up, I really feel that if I'd had someone to take me through my own self-discovery process, if I'd had someone to make me implement what I teach now into my life, it seriously would have shaved off 3 years of stress. I mean, really, 3 years of stress, of worry, of self-doubt, and no clients. I mean, honestly. So you get all of your modules in a beautiful PDF booklet, and we go through them together. You also get weekly dares and challenges that are catered to you. And you also get unlimited email support for that accountability so that you can, we can totally call bullshit and keep you from half-assing it. I'm there for you to keep you like really engaged in doing the work and having the fun, because it's part of that too. So all this to rebrand your life as you know it, so that you can infuse it into your business and your brand as well. And just feel happy. And again, I'll be offering a kick-ass bonus and discount to the first 3 women who schedule a call and end up signing up with me. Okay, so you go ahead and do that if you have any questions. So again, to book a free call, you can go to the first link. So bit.ly/style voice consult. And also I promised you a gift, and that's the your Neon Daily Ritual PDF, which you can find at the second link. Okay, which is bit.ly/ritual PDF. Okay, so you can download that. You can go and grab that. Okay, so I'm actually going to open it up to questions now. Here, I'll give you a couple minutes to look at that if you want to hop on over. Jot that down, and then I'm going to stop sharing my screen and come on over and see if we've got any questions. So I'm going to stop that. Oop, okay. Hope you can all see me now. I can see me. Hey. My hair's getting all cray. Okay, so let's see if you have any questions. All right, so it looks like there have been some comments here. Okay. Ooh, I love, yeah, you guys all participated. I just wasn't getting that. Okay. Okay, so I've got a question from Mary. Good question. She said, I have a lot of ideas for their daily ritual, but I don't know where to start. So Mary, honestly, the first thing to do is just to start listing. Just start listing ideas. So under each of those categories, list, even if you get up to 15 or 20, just go to that, and then trust your gut when you choose 3, and just circle those 3, and again, really trust yourself and make those the priority. Then later, if you want to tweak or alter your schedule of the rituals, that's fine. But try that initially and see how that goes, and and course correct as it goes. But just pick 3 in each category, stick to that, stick to it like a mofo, and then see what happens after that. Okay, so just and here's the part of not overthinking it and not half-assing it. So just trust your intuition, go for it, feel into them, give it a whirl. It's just exploring and experimenting, and just see how you feel after you do that. Okay. So great question, thank you. And I've got Lee that says, hi Lee, that it's a cool idea for bracelets and necklaces. Good. Okay, not sure what kind of, uh-oh, you can't hear anything. Oh no. Okay, not sure why you can't hear anything. That is crazy. Okay, well, I think we may be having technical difficulties. So can you hear me, ladies? Not sure. Okay. Not sure what happened, but looks like we really don't have any more questions now. If any of you, especially during the replay, or if I've missed any questions from the women who were on today, thank you for being here today. Just feel free to email me at ejani@technicolorpriestess.com, and I will send you an answer or send you in a direction to view a video or any other resource that can help you answer that question, give you inspiration. Okay. All right, lovelies. So it has been my pleasure. Thank you so much for joining me today. And here's to your kick-ass, highly productive, stylish, beautiful cold weather season. And this is Ejani signing off. Bye.